92. No. Okay. The time is 5:30. I call the Lindop District 92 School Board meeting to order. Can we have roll call?
Mrs. Joyner Harris, absent. Mrs. Griffin,
Present.
Mr. Hannah, absent. Mr. Dawson, absent. Mr. Morris,
Present.
Mrs. Taylor,
Present.
Mrs. Williams-Wolford.
Present.
Now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Hannah just made it.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we'll have a moment of silence. Please remember to turn off your cell phones or to put them on vibrate. Next, we'll have upcoming events and correspondence.
Okay, I have no correspondence. Upcoming events are listed in front of you.
Okay. Next, we'll have the consent agenda. And I guess, do I need it? Okay, for item 1, we have the recommended approval of Lindop District 92 payroll for June 22nd, 2022 through July 19th, 2022 in the amount of $164,772.12. Lindop District 92 accounts payable for June 22nd, 2022 through July 19th, 2022 in the amount of $379,419.50 and the activity account reconciliation for June 2022. Number 2, can I get Mr. Hannah? Oh, thank you.
Recommended approval to hire Dr. Karen Walker, Connection Consultants for Literacy for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $14,570 to be paid from the Title I grant. Ms. Jessica Lyons, Data Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $6,300 to be paid from the Title I grant. Rachel Mahan, Equity Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $16,600 to be paid from the Title I grant. Continue professional development with mathematics incentive, MCMI, for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $6,000 to be paid from the Title I grant. Elliot McBloom, Master Schedule Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $7,200 to be paid from the Title I grant. Ms. Ann Cummings Bogan, Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $15,600 to be paid from the Title I grant as presented.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion that the board approves Lindop District 92 payroll. Oh, wait. That's not it. Is that it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
that's it.
Okay.
You right.
Sorry.
I think we did great.
I make a motion that the board approves Lindop District 92 payroll for June 22nd, 2022 through July 19th, 2022 in the amount of $164,772.12. Lindop District 92 accounts payable for June 22nd, 2022 through July 19th, 2022 in the amount of $379,419.50. Activity account reconciliation for June 2022. Accounts payable for June 22nd, 2022 through July 19th, 2022, in the amount of $379,000. Is this a repeat?
Yeah, it looks like.
Okay, an amount of $379,419.50 to hire Dr. Karen Walker, Connection Consultant for Literacy for the 2022-2023 school year at the cost of $14,570 to be paid from the Title I grant. Ms. Jessica Lyons, Data Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $6,300 to be paid from the Title I grant. Dr. Rachel Mahan, Equity Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $16,600 to be paid from the Title I grant. Continued professional development with the Mathematics Incentive, MCMI, for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $6,000 to be paid from the Title I grant. Elliot Mabloom, Master Schedule Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $7,200 to be paid from the Title I grant. And Ms. Ann Cummings Bogan, Consultant for the 2022-2023 school year at a total cost of $15,600 to be paid from the Title I grant as presented.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Can I get a roll call?
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Morris,
Yay.
Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner Harris, absent.
Absent. Okay, motion carries. Next, we'll have old business. Recommended approval to plan a community event out in celebration of the referendum, date to be determined. Presenter, Dr. Jackson. Can I get a motion?
All right, Board Member Hannah, I make a motion to approve the planning of a community evening out in celebration of the referendum, date to be determined.
Can I get a second?
I second the motion. Board Member Williams-Wolford.
Yes.
oh.
Yes.
Next discussion.
Thank you. So for the referendum, congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much to Mr. Hannah and Mr. Dawson for really leading this process along with the district, myself, Mr. Baranik, and also Mr. Valentine. And also to the rest of the board who helped to go out and to do everything that we needed and place signs and flyers. And so just thank you so much for that. It was victorious. We only needed 51%, but we have way more than that. And I cannot see that up there, but it looks like it's, what is it, 60? Everybody's taking their glasses off.
61, right?
61%?
63.7.
63.7%. So congratulations. And Mr. Baranik is going to come up for a moment to say a few words, but after he comes up, I'd like to discuss with you all the possibility and your thoughts on having a community event where we talk to the public and thank them, celebrate this, but also let them know what we're looking for in the upcoming school year.
Good evening, Board of Education, administrators, staff members, and community members. I would like to congratulate the board on the passing of the referendum. I've also been working behind the scenes with Andy Arndt from Baird. He also said congratulations to the Board of Education on it. So busy behind the scenes we're planning the next phases of this. We do have a draft outline that will be coming at the August meeting. Andy will be here to present it to the board with what the next steps are. But like you said, he's going to be presenting that with it. And there is still another process, even with the successful referendum on the ballot. We now have to go through all of the legal side of it with seeing what we can do to get the funds needed to address the issues Just wanted to make that presently clear to the board and the community members. That is our next phase that we are working on, and it's being done behind the scenes with a presentation coming in August to the board with a detailed outline.
Any questions?
Thank
Okay.
you.
How do you guys feel about the community event?
I think it's a great idea.
Good idea.
Show
Mhm.
show the community that
Right.
it's our way of showing the community that we appreciate them for actually coming out and voting, and saying yes on that vote. So,
Right.
of course.
Mr. Morris?
We always do something for the community.
Thank
So it's, you know what I mean? The school do a lot
Mhm.
even with the back to school thing. I mean, it ain't for the kids, it's the whole community. People
Right.
from Maywood be over here. So Lindop do a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so us doing something else, I
Yeah.
don't see no problem with.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Dawson?
Yeah, I agree. What he just said. We do a lot for the community and, have a little something out there. As long as we're not spending a lot of money, I don't think people would really care. Just a little something nice, just to say thank you. Sounds good.
Mrs. Williams-Wolford?
I think it's a great idea to let the community know we appreciate their support and, make sure we try to get it out there to everybody. Because some people, voted, of course, and they don't have students at Lindop. And make sure we wholeheartedly get the word out to the entire, Lindop community so we can let them know we appreciate it,
I have a really quick question, Tanya Taylor. And how I know it's to be determined, but being that we have maybe like a month before school starts, how does that look in conjunction with the back to school festivities that we normally have for the students?
And so we were looking, obviously, to continue the back-to-school barbecue, but that would be with the entire families. And so this event would be geared for the parents. And so it would be an evening event from 5 to 8:30. And it would be, we're thinking about having it just on the back, on the blacktop and lawn area.
Oh, okay.
Nothing that's finalized yet, but we're looking at the 27th of August.
Thank you.
Thank you. The picnic, the 20th. That's Saturday before. 2 Saturdays.
Now if we could have a vote. You want to do a roll call?
Yes. Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Morris, Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Yay.
Board Member Griffin.
Yay. Motion carries. Next, we'll have an updated discussion on tentative FY future year 23 budget. Presenter, Mr. Baranik.
Good evening, once again, board, administrators, staff members, and community members. The summary of our tentative budget, the only change that has been done to this document up here is I now have the ending balance from the previous fiscal year. All it basically did was capture all expenditures that were through 6/30, and I was able to get the final numbers from the township treasurer and plug them into our summary here. The change that happened was on the bottom of this, the fund balance dropped slightly. It changed our days of cash on hand from 407 down to 396, but that is still, however, 13 months of fund balance on that. If we look at our calendar that was presented to the board, we're right on target with our steps, with the process of approving everything. The next things that will be happening with our budget will be a notice going out in the paper that our budget will be posted in the district office and that we will be having a public hearing in September to approve the final budget. And then once it's approved in September, it will be submitted to the State Board of Education. Is there any questions regarding the summary of the tentative FY23 budget?
No question?
Brian Dawson, quick question, just refresh my memory, the time in which we need to have the budget passed, it's usually like within like a quarter of the end of our fiscal year, or how's that work?
The budget, normally the process is you have to approve a tentative budget. It's either in June or July, or it could be even earlier. It could be as early as May. However, the final budget has to be passed in September and then submitted to the state in October. So we have plenty of time on this. I'm still looking at various items that come in. It still allows the district to look at anything that comes in. And if something is drastically coming in or a big price change is coming in, we still have the month of August to put any type of adjustment into our budget. However, there really was no significant changes with it that warranted to change everything from what was presented to the board to pass the tentative budget.
Thank you. Okay, next, can we get a motion for number 3?
All right, Board Member Hannah, I make a motion to approve the June 21, 2022 open session meeting minutes as presented.
Can we get a roll call?
Board Member Taylor,
I abstain. I was absent.
Board Member Morris,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Abstain.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner Harret, absent.
Absent. Okay, can I get a motion for the 2021 closed session meeting?
All right, Board Member Hannah, I make a motion to approve the June 21st, 2022 closed session meeting minutes as presented.
Can we get a roll call?
Board Member Morris,
Yeah.
Board Member Taylor,
Abstain. I was absent.
Board Member Wolford,
Abstain.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner Harret, absent.
Motion carries. Can I get a motion to approve the special open session meeting minutes?
Board Member Hannah, I make a motion to approve the June 29th, 2022 special open session meeting minutes as presented.
Can I get a roll call?
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Dawson,
Abstain.
Board Member Morris, Board Member Taylor,
Abstain.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Yay.
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner Harret is absent. Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Motion carries.
I got a question. Before you read that motion. Okay? You can read the motion, right?
Yeah.
Instead of reading that top thing, and then we can just second that, instead of you reading it, then somebody else read it. And then,
yeah,
Right.
that's
Second.
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, well, here we go.
okay.
All right.
On to new business. I make a motion to approve to attend and or support the Answer Inc. a celebration of autism gala on September 17th, 2022 at Waterford Banquets in Elmhurst, Illinois.
Tanya Taylor, second.
Can we get a roll call?
Any discussion,
Uh,
anything on it? I wanted to just let you know that she did send something to have said to the board Because she said her board meeting is the same date as ours is, and so she never gets a chance to come up. So she did just send something. Good evening, my name is Deborah Vines, founder, CEO of The Answer Inc. I wish I could be there to deliver this message in person. However, our board meeting is tonight as well. The Answer Inc. is truly grateful for the partnership with Lindop School in regards to our bullying is not the answer program. Thank you firstly to Superintendent Jackson for approving our initiative. Thank you to Mr. Kenobi and Principal O for always being so accountable. And lastly, thank you to PLCCA and your Mayor Katrina Thompson for providing funding for us to share our program with you. The students of Lindop are amazing. Some came to the class not wanting to participate and doubtful. It was so obvious who the bullies were and the students that were being bullied. Before the end of the school year, the bullies became protectors and the bullied were empowered. We have identified and named ambassadors that will continue the message in their new schools, and 7th and 8th graders that will remain. Program coordinator Dana Bryant reported with excitement after every class the outcomes of our deliverables, and I must say I'm very proud. I'm happy to announce we have been awarded more funding to continue our work in the upcoming school year starting in August, with funding being provided by PLCCA in partnership with ICIJA. I also would like to thank everyone else for championing this funding for your outstanding district. Again, thank you for trusting your students with The Answer Inc. Bullying is not the answer program. If there's anything we can ever do, please don't hesitate to call.
Thank you. Now, if we can have a roll call?
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vice President Griffin, I wanted to ask how many tickets are we anticipating purchasing, Dr. Jackson?
You know what, if it had to be approved first, and then I will find out how many people would like to participate. Last year, I believe there were 2 people that went.
Okay, thank you.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Morris,
Yeah.
Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner here, absent.
Motion carries. I make a motion to approve to begin the application process for a student board member for the 2022 through 2023 school year.
A second.
Are we having a discussion?
Any questions, Mr. Dawson or Mrs. Williams-Wolford?
No.
Mr. Howard, second.
Roll call.
Okay, if we can have a roll call?
Board Member Morris,
Yeah.
Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford,
Yay.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah,
Yeah.
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Joyner here, absent.
Motion carries.
All right, Board Member
You
Hannah,
wanna make the next
I
motion?
make a motion to approve the first read of the 2022-2023 Student Code of Conduct as presented.
Second.
Is there a discussion?
So yes, with the, I'm not sure if you had a chance to take a look at it yet, but there were some concerns that we all as a team had with the code of conduct and some changes that needed to be made, as well as some input from our parents through the year. The team did some parent meetings to talk about input for what consequences should be, some things that were clear and needed to be, some things that were ambiguous that needed to be cleared up, and also just providing some input with it. And so there were 2 different meetings that Mrs. O and Mr. Kenobi chaired with the parents. There was a good turnout, and I think they were just excited about being able to provide input in there. But primarily, it was making sure that everything was fair and consistent across the board. If you have any questions, you can give me a call before approval at the next meeting.
Were there any further questions? Okay, can we have a roll call?
Board Member Griffin,
Yay.
Board Member Hannah.
Yeah.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Board Member Morris. Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams Wolford,
Yeah,
Board Member Joyner Harret, absent.
Okay, motion carries. Next, we'll schedule the board president report, but she's not here tonight, so we'll skip that. Next, we'll have the superintendent's report.
Yes, thank you so much and good evening again. So great news, the iPads that we had and were approved by the board to give to the community, 52 free iPads in 12 minutes. And so that one, I'm not sure if that beat the last record. It didn't beat the last one, but it was pretty fast, 12 iPads. So thank you, Mr. Ellis, for that effort. The Erickson Institute, the fellow, I have received the information and have the information for the cohort that just came in July to attend. It will be August 3rd through the 5th and then September 28th through the 30th. And this is everyone who will be attending. And there's everyone from regional superintendents to mayors to village municipality personnel, as well as judges. So it's pretty diverse group in early childhood. So I'm excited about the opportunity. And then that is just the bio. So thank you all so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on there. For our board retreat, we are still working on this, but so far on August 3rd, 11th, and the 6th, the 7th, the 16th, we will be having some activities. We would love for the board to come out to welcome the staff back in. I will get the times for you. I'll make sure that I send something personally out to you with the actual institute agenda. And last but not least.
Here at Lindop School District 92, we provide.
It's just our rebranding. Thank you.
Here at Lindop School District 92, we provide students with an environment that is safe and nurturing, where every child can learn, flourish, and actively participate in an ever-changing global society. Established in 1885, the district offers pre-K through 8th grade instruction with an enrollment of approximately 500 students. Throughout the school day, we celebrate diversity and foster equity while welcoming and encouraging parental involvement and engagement with the community at large. Classroom technology for students and teachers allow us to enrich our daily instruction through virtual exploration and exposure to different world cultures. We offer exciting electives including forensics and the engineering design process. Lindop School District 92 promotes a culture of equity, accountability, and integrity, where excellence is the standard.
Very nice.
Okay, so that will be sort of our branding, and as people are going to look for districts and where they want their children to attend, this is something that would pop up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baranik, for setting that up. Thank you. And not coming on screen with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Any questions? Okay, next we'll move on to our committee reports for the Personnel Committee meeting, which took place on July 18th at 1 p.m. Myself was in attendance to that, for which we covered the potential, a few of the things that we're actually going to be going over in closed session. Also, our next meeting date is to be determined. And also we had a brief discussion with Mr. Ballantyne also. And that would be covered at a later date. Next, the Finance Committee. I show that there was a meeting on July 14th. Myself and several other members were in attendance to that. Mr. Baranik, would you like to just cover a few of the things that we went over in that?
The biggest thing that we covered in that one was trying to give a increase in compensation to the lunchroom supervisor, school safety officer, and the lunchroom monitors that are currently on staff, not the new hires, to try to get them something year after year as a slight increase. I believe that will be discussed in closed session as to some of the different ways to look at potentially what you could either allocate with a increase in dollar amount per hour, or potentially a salary increase of a percentage, or giving some sort of a bonus to them. So that would be discussed in closed session with Dr. Jackson and the board.
Were there any questions? Oh, okay. Next, the PACE. I show that our next meeting is to be determined. PACE Governing Board meeting, Mr. Dawson and Mr. Morris.
Yep,
I show
that'll
the-
be tomorrow.
Right,
I'll have more information for you at the next meeting.
okay, and the next meeting proceeding, that will be July 20th, 2022. Now, the Safety SEL Committee meeting, I show Mr. Morris and Mr. Hannah. The next date is to be determined. Policy Committee meeting, Mr. Dawson and Miss Williams-Wolford. The next meeting is to be determined. CIA Committee meeting, Mr. Morris and Miss Taylor. Next meeting date is to be determined. Technology Committee meeting, Mr. Hannah, Miss Taylor. Next meeting is to be determined. Strategic Planning meeting, Miss Harriet, Miss Williams-Wolford. Next meeting is to be determined.
And Mr. Dawson, did you have anything from the June 22nd meeting?
No, I don't think that there was anything. I had mentioned before that, there was talk about putting the money aside, but that didn't get voted on or anything. So if there was something you wanted to mention from the superintendent's meeting.
We finished and we concluded our meetings in May.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay. Next, are there any public comments?
There are none.
Okay. Okay. The time is 6:03. I move that the board go into closed session under 5 ILCS 120/2C1, 4, 8, 9, and 10 to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, or performance of specific employees of the public body, evidence or testimony presented in open hearing or in closed hearing where specifically authorized by law, security procedures, school building safety and security, student disciplinary cases, and the placement of individual students in special education programs and matters relating to individual students at 6:04 p.m.
I second.
Board Member Taylor,
Yay.
Board Member Williams-Wolford. Absent. Board Member Morris,
Yay.
Board Member Dawson,
Yay.
Yay, I'm sorry, I couldn't get it to unmute, yay.
Board Member Hannah.
Yeah.
Board Member Griffin.
Yay. Okay, if any. Thank all of you for attending.
the minutes. Yeah, that's where it was at.
Everyone, your food is over on the table over here. If you'd like to grab it real quick.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
Right
are.
along.